Greenlight Surf Supply's very own resin. So I chatted with them and they said that this resin goes on super flat. And almost might not even have to sand it. That's how flat it goes. Now, I'm a little skeptical about that, but we'll see. One thing I do notice is that it's very clear. So we got the resin here, looks pretty clear, and then the hardener. This resin here, not sponsored. I bought this resin. I wanted to give it a try. I do have a good relationship with Greenlight. They gave me some suggestions. Don't do cross strokes when laying this resin down. Use your lengthwise strokes. We'll see how that goes. One thing I do notice and why I think they're saying that it flows so well is because look at the hardener. Look how not viscous this is. It flows really nice. So we'll see how that goes. So let's do a hot coat and see how it comes out. All right, I got my chip brush. I'm gonna mix out some resin on the scale. Always use a scale to mix your resin. At least in my opinion, it's more accurate than mixing by volume. And all right, let's do it. At first glance, this resin is super clear. In terms of volatile organic compounds, VOCs, not bad. Okay, it's very clear. Try not to stir in any air. Wow, incredible how good this stuff is. Okay, this epoxy hasn't set yet, but you can still hear it dripping. Wow, holy crap, how smooth, how level. It is phenomenal how good this looks. Yeah, you could almost get away without wet sanding this if you really wanted to. We'll see how it sets. We'll come back in a couple hours, pull the tape, and see how the finish is. But first impressions, yeah, I'm digging it. It's been about 3 hours, so I'm just pulling the tape. Check out this finish. It's freaking amazing how good it is. This Greenlight marine grade epoxy has saved me a ton of time. This Greenlight marine grade epoxy has me stoked for future builds. I didn't have to sand down the gloss coat except for where the tape line is around the rail and also around the rail dam at the tail of the board. This saved me a ton of wet sanding, and it's not 100% perfect, but it's 95% perfect. So, if you're going for a totally flat showroom finish, well then maybe you might sand it, but this looks pretty showroom finish to me. It's nice and glossy, it's smooth, it leveled out really nice. Greenlight's resin also has built-in surfacing agents, I believe, to help it smooth it out. So it's kind of I don't think it's additive F or anything like that, but they've done something to it to make it level out really nice. It's also got UV inhibitors, so hopefully this board won't turn yellow for quite some time, because most epoxies or all epoxies do yellow over time. I'm not going to list out all the specs of the resin, but you can just go on their website and read up on it for yourself. So for some tips when doing a gloss coat like this, or gloss coats in general, try not to mix air bubbles into it. Pour the resin out completely on the board so it doesn't exotherm. Plow the resin around on the board with a nice wide chip brush. The wider the brush, the better. Brush it out, and the best thing to do is not over brush it. Greenlight told me to avoid doing the cross strokes on it, but I still had to do a little bit of that to level out the epoxy. And in this instance, basically less is more. Don't screw with it once you got it all leveled out. One thing I noticed is Greenlight's resin has very low VOCs. I still use the respirator when I was using it, but the hardener has virtually like no odor to it, which is awesome. So that's like, a big plus. If you're interested in trying out this resin, head on over to Greenlight Surf Supply. My affiliate link is in the description box below.